So, 5 ways to boost motivation, 3 ways to scale your property business as quick as possible. So, you might be feeling a bit shit today, it's Monday, I get it, fucking raining outside, shit weather, nobody's feeling particularly good, right? I had a shit sleep, kids woke us up, hay fever, do me nothing, right? Everybody feels up sometimes, everybody feels down sometimes. So these 5 things are ways to boost your motivation pretty much straight away. 4 of them don't cost any money, 1 of them costs money. But you can still do, I've done 3 of these things, already this morning. Let's get rid of that. And you should be doing most of these things most mornings because it will impact you, make you have a better day, you'll achieve more on that day. So let's get straight in. So the 5 ways to boost motivation. Make sure I've got that on there. Number 1, gym or exercise. Yeah? So that doesn't mean doing a mad CrossFit workout that takes an hour. I get that some people have got kids, I get people have got stuff going on. But you could go for a walk, you could do some press-ups, you could do some sit-ups in the house. You could do a yoga class from YouTube in the house. You could do something in the house, right? It doesn't mean doing a mad 2-hour-long gym session, CrossFit marathon, but you need to do something, right? So when you feel good, when you feel light on your feet, you feel healthy, you've been to the gym, the endorphins are rushing through your body, you are more motivated, 100%. You feel better, you will attack the day, you will achieve more that day, just simply by doing this. Right, I'm a massive believer in healthy body, healthy mind, and this, I do something pretty much every day. I don't train at the gym every day. I trained this morning, but sometimes I'll just do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups. Sometimes I'll go for a walk. Yeah, it does definitely make you feel better and helps you attack that day, okay? Number 2, so some form of reading, it could be podcasts, it could be audio, but something for your mind. Okay, so when you go to the gym and you've got endorphins rushing through your body and you feel great, right? Everyone's experienced that. Even if you go for a walk and you just feel good after it, don't you? You've walked the dog, you feel good after it. Reading does that for the mind. Exercise does that for the body. And then reading, listening to a podcast, listening to some sort of audio book, something like this, will do that for your mind. So if your body feels good and your mind feels good in the morning, you are more motivated for that day. You are more motivated to achieve your goals that day. You are more motivated to go and attack and do whatever it is that needs to be done. 100%. Nobody can argue with that. Reading's, a tenner for a book, 20 quid. Podcasts are free. Audio books are 7, 10 quid. Everybody can afford that, but if you can make these a habit every day, your body and your mind is prepared for that day every day. You will without a doubt feel better, act better, achieve more and be more motivated. 100 million%. Number 3, something we talked about last week, which was write down your goals. Yeah? So what people generally do is they will set goals, set New Year's resolutions in January, and what they'll then do is they'll forget them by February because they haven't wrote them down, or they'll write them down once and they'll lose a bit of paper. Or they say, well, they're in my mind. That is no good. They can't just be in your mind because you forget. Life runs away with you. You need to write them down, you need to write them down daily. Now, you'll probably know the likes of, in that bookcase I'm looking at over there, Grant Cardone writes them down every day, Robert Kiyosaki, half the authors that we've all heard of, and the big players, they write their goals down every day. So if it's good enough for them, why isn't it good enough for you? Right? Writing your goals down every single day, and that doesn't mean writing 10 sheets of paper every day. It could be 6 lines. Bang, 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 bang. It just makes you feel better. It motivates you, which is what this is about. 5 ways to get more motivated each and every day. Writing your goals down 100% works. There's pretty much everything that I've wrote on them lists that I've been doing for easy 6 years now. Everything I've wrote on those lists is either come true or it's on its way to becoming true. Right? Why? Because not just because I'm writing them down and not taking any action, of course. You need to be taking action, but just by writing them down, focusing on them, healthy body, healthy mind in the morning, you're then attacking, I'm focused by the time I start work on what I need to do. What my goals are each and every day, because like today, it's shit weather, it's cold, it's raining, it is where I am anyway, minging, cold, you just don't want to do much, right? This snaps you out of it. It snaps that sluggishness, it gets it away, and it lifts energy, it lifts motivation, it lifts attitude, it lifts everything. Exercising, reading, doing something, that could just be, when you're at the gym, I do these together. So when I'm at the gym, I'm listening to a podcast or an audio book. I read pretty much every night when I get into bed, but that's on a night time, and I'm writing my goals down. I've done that before this session because I know what I want to achieve for the day. I've got my weekly targets, my monthly targets, and my quarterly goals. I'm actually doing an event this Friday in Newcastle at my hotel in Barnard Castle, where I've got a group of about 20 investors, and I'm helping them plan proper goals, so 90-day planning goals. And I'm going to be doing those sessions every quarter at my hotel in Barnard Castle, because it's such an important part of success is planning, but properly planning, not just writing down I want to earn X amount of money. It's right, I want to make this much money, but how am I going to do that? Tasks, clear, plan. And I'm doing them every quarter, so if people want to get involved, drop us a line. Number 4, right? This again is free to do. Speak to someone who's ahead, right? Let's tell you what I mean. So someone who's ahead of you, let's say if you're a property investor and you really want to start doing more property, you want to ramp up your business, you want to achieve more, right? And let's say you want to do a load of HMOs. Ring someone or message someone, ask for a call, ask to pick the brains on someone who's experienced in HMOs or who's experienced in that particular field that you want to learn about or you want to progress in. Right? I've done this loads in financial services. How I made all my money was financial services, life insurance, mortgage sales, right? So I used to regularly, probably no exaggeration, once or twice every month, I used to ring somebody who was doing more than me in financial services, doing more sales, and ask them, right, have you experienced this? At the moment, this staff member's doing this, or I really want to get to this level. What would you advise? How did you manage to do this, right? And that's just by having a good network. You might want to go to networking events, you might want to connect with people online, or you might already know people who are successful. You might have them in your phone book. Give them a ring. Give them a ring, right? And ask them, have you experienced this before? That will boost you, because then I used to ask these people, right, well, what are you up to at the moment? Oh yeah, we're doing £1 million a month or something crazy. And it motivates you. That's the same as like listening to autobiographies. And listen to somebody who listen to what somebody's saying about their journey. That's the same as that. Connecting with others who are already where you want to be, or who have been where you are now, and ask them how they got past it, motivates you. Certainly motivates me. And asking them about their story and what they're up to now motivates the hell out of me, because you think that's what's doable. That's where I could get to. Because wherever you are right now, there's somebody who started in a worse place than you and who's achieved more than you, right? There's people out there who had a worse upbringing, who have less money than you, but have went on to achieve 10 times what you've achieved. That applies to me, that applies to everybody. Just ringing people who are ahead motivates you, yeah? And the last one, before we get into the 3 ways to scale your property business, it's just get a mentor, yeah? Not everyone can afford it. I've had a couple of mentors in the past. I've got a business mentor at the moment, and I've got a marketing mentor at the moment, because they're things that I want to go. The business mentor, I'm doing more business than him. I've got more money than him, but I like someone to lean on. I like someone to run stuff past. The marketing guy that I've paid for mentorship, he's miles ahead of me in marketing, miles ahead of me in this online space. So I'm leaning on him to get advice. And when I speak to him, right, well, what are you doing? And he's doing multiple millions per month online, right? I'm obviously motivated to by speaking to him, because he's shown us what's possible. He's shown us the path, isn't he? And regardless what stage you're at, there's people ahead, and there's people a couple of steps, and there's people miles ahead, right? But it will motivate you if you get yourself around, you speak to people and you get mentored by people who are where you want to be. It will push it on. It will push it on. So to summarise these points before we get to the property stuff, 5 ways to boost your motivation. Get yourself in the gym or get exercising as regular as you can. I'm doing that 75-day hard challenge, by the way, where you exercise every single day. So I've increased my exercise levels just in the past couple of weeks. 4 weeks in, no alcohol and all that, which is a bit of a challenge. But anyway, get yourself doing something, getting your body feeling good daily. You will just feel more motivated. You'll feel more motivated. You'll attack the day, you'll act better, think better, make decisions better. You will have a better day and make more progress if you fit. Reading podcasts, audio books daily. Whether that's even if you're just in the shower, or you're travelling to work, or you're at the gym, or you've got 10 minutes while you're making your breakfast. Put it on. Put it on your phone. Yeah? Put it on your phone. Absolutely, Gary. You are the 5 people that you hang around with. If you if you hang around with 5 alcoholics, right, you're going to have a fucking drink, aren't you? If you hang around with 5 gambling addicts, you're going to have a bet. If you hang around with 5 losers, you're going to become a fucking loser. It's right, isn't it? It's the same thing. So, but yeah, reading podcast audio daily. This isn't a one-off thing. When you feel good, it's daily. It's getting yourself in the zone daily, yeah? Writing your goals down, that'll take you 5 minutes. Everyone's got time for that. When you write your goals down, it gets you on track. It gets you focused on what you're looking to achieve in your life. And your goals are going to be individual to you. But you need to be writing those down daily because it will get you in the zone. It will get you focused, on track, energetic, you're ready to attack the day. Everyone's felt good, right? Sometime. Everybody's felt those mornings where you spring out of bed and you feel great and you make loads of progress and you feel good about yourself, right? You can't feel like that every day. But you can get close to that every day, especially the days when you feel down. These things will snap you clean out of it and they'll get you closer to that 100%. I wish you could feel 100% every day. I'm not going to lie to anybody. You can't. But you can feel between 70 and 100 every day. Because I do. Yeah? Sometimes I wake up and I feel 20 or 30%. But I'm doing things to snap myself out of it and push my motivation levels up, my energy up, so I feel better. Ring someone today, right? If you've got someone in your phone who is doing more business than you, doing more property than you, doing more whatever than you, he or she has achieved what you want, give them a ring. What are you up to today? What are you achieving today? How's business going? Have you achieved this before? It will kick you up the arse. It'll give you a level of motivation. It'll give you a boost so you can attack the day. And if you can afford to get a mentor, lean on somebody else who will motivate you. And if you're experiencing something, they can guide you and help you through that period, yeah? So there's 5 ways, 3 of them don't cost a penny, to boost motivation levels, yeah? So let's get onto the property stuff. My whiteboard's cool as fuck, innit? How cool is this whiteboard? So 3 ways to scale your property business, your property biz, as quick as possible, yeah? Everyone loves property. Most people in this group, I'm assuming, are involved in property in some way. There's definitely things you can do to scale quicker, yeah? I bought 40, 50 properties in quite a relatively short period of time. I definitely know the reason why I scale so quickly. Everyone's situation is different, of course. It's different how much access you've got to money and things like that. But, well, I mean, a couple of these don't actually cost money. One of these points costs money, obviously it's property. But 2 of them don't actually cost you any money, okay? So, these will help, yeah? And these are what I've done in volume and I'm continuing to do it to this day. Okay, so number 1. Use buy, refurbish, refinance as a strategy. So if you don't know what that is, you're buying something below market value, you're refurbishing it, then you're refinancing it. So what you're doing is you might put in 50, 60 grand into a deal, let's say. You're then refinancing it, you're lifting the value of the property, and then you're refinancing to pull that money out. So instead of putting your 40, 50 grand into an asset and leaving it there, yeah, the slow way, the old-fashioned way, you're just leaving it there and you're relying on savings or other income that you've got to get the next deposit. You're putting it into something, you're doing it up and you're pulling it back out and you're recycling the same deposit. Yeah, bridging finance, definitely. I'm using bridging for this. If you've got enough cash, you can do it. You can do a cash purchase, but it depends on your situation. But you're generally buying 25% deposit down, refurbing 10, 20, 30 grand, whatever, refinance to pull at the new value to pull your money straight back out. I've done shitloads of these. Nearly everything I've done is BRR. You're talking from normal 3-bed semis in Newcastle, cottages in Wales, to the large hotel, you know, that's worth 1.5 million. Like, you can do this on the small or bigger scale, okay? So buy, refurbish, refinance on everything, in my opinion. Because, yeah, it's the quickest way. We're talking about how to scale as quick as possible. Do not be just parking 30, 40, 50, 100 grand in an asset and think, oh, well, I'll get the money back in 2 years when the mortgage is up. It's far too slow. Far too slow. You want to be, yes, this is more risky and it's harder to do, but it's a quickest way to scale. 2019, bought 16 properties from me personally. Every single one of them was BRR. And I sourced on 49 deals. That sourced on all BRR in 2019. 2020 and beyond became very difficult, right? Because of COVID and all the nonsense that happened. But I was doing huge volume of these at that point. Huge, because there was that many out there. Right? And I could have bought 16 properties with my own money in 2019 and left all that money in deals? No. I can only do that scale and that volume of properties because I'm money in, money straight back out. And as soon as it comes back out on the refinance, it's going into the next deal. Yeah? So that's number one. You need money to do that, of course. Everyone knows what that is, but if you don't know what it is and you think bridging finance is expensive and all of this, then it's not as expensive as missing an opportunity, that's for sure. So by refurbish refinance everything, it will definitely enable you to scale quicker. Whether it's a small scale, whether it's Newcastle, whether it's London, it does not matter. Yeah, you can do it anywhere in the country, it's the quickest way to scale. Number two, so JVs, yeah? So a lot of people get these wrong, right? Let's just explain what a proper JV is. So, depends on the strategy, but let's use flips as an example. I wouldn't recommend that you do joint ventures with people that you don't know that well, of course. You need to be very sure that the person that you're doing this joint venture with, you trust them. And there's a line though, how do you know when to trust somebody? That's quite challenging. But when you do a joint venture with someone, it needs to be, I think, they put the money in, yeah? You bring everything else. That's the best JVs, and that person's the angel investor, or the investor, like your friend, family member, someone you know. They bring all the money, you bring the deal, you manage the project, you manage the refurb and the exit, and then upon sale, they get the money back first, and you split the profit 50-50, yeah? On a flip. Because they are the best joint ventures, because if it doesn't work, if you fall out with that person during that period, all you've got to do is sell the property, split the money, you're gone. It's the least risky way to do flips. And what you'll do is you'll build, joint ventures. What you'll do is you'll build your pot, right? And you might not have that much money right now, right? Listen to this, right? I don't have enough money to do properties, you know, I wish I did. Okay, so you're still in control of finding the deals, right? Go and do a volume of viewings, find good deals, right? If you don't have any money, then approach people who you do know with money and offer this joint venture 50-50 flip. You found the deal, you're going to do everything, they're going to be hands off. That's another thing you need to be doing with joint ventures, by the way. You need clear rules. Don't be doing joint ventures when it's all wishy-washy and it's all up in the air. That's not the right way. That's how people fall out. That's how people clash. That's not where you want to be. So that will enable you, because this is about scaling, that will enable you to scale really, really quickly, because if you find 10 deals, right, that are really, really solid, with solid profit margins in, you might be able to do 5 of them with other people, right? 5 joint ventures with people where they put all the money in, and then what you're making 10, 20, 30 grand a pop. That's going to then result in a capital event. You're going to have a lump of money to then do some BRs with, right? But you might be thinking, oh, I don't know people with money and all that nonsense, right? If you find a deal that's good enough, you'll find the money, yeah? I could do a whole session on raising finance, take too long. But there's loads of money out there. There is millions of people with millions in the bank, right? Think about that. There's millions of people with millions in the bank. Yeah? All you've got to do is present them an opportunity. They're going to put in 100, 100 grand, whatever it may be, and they're going to put in 100, they're going to get 125 back, 130 back. They've got pots of cash. That's a good deal for them, right? That's a good deal for them. And they are everywhere. Don't blag yourself and cloud your judgment and think that those people aren't out there, because they absolutely are. Okay, they absolutely are. And number 3, I think everybody needs to do this. Everybody needs to learn how to do this, because your own money will run out at some point, regardless how much money you've got. If you've got 50 grand in the bank right now, you've got 5 million in the bank. There is going to become a time when your money runs out. Okay, so you need to get good at raising private finance. Okay, so this is a massive subject. Most people that I coach want to know more about this. I've got courses on this, it's massive, right? But again, there's millions of people out there with millions in the bank, and what you do is with these people, you approach them, you build a relationship with them first. What a lot of people do wrong is they go straight in for the kill and ask for money too early. But there's loads of angel investors out there. If you warm them up and you build a relationship with them, who will work with you long term. And once they start to work with you, once your money's run out, you need more money to continue to scale at such a rate. So I've raised over £2 million, right? In this exact way. That's into joint ventures and on a fixed rate of return, where I'm giving people between 8 and 10% on the money. And I've built relationships, I've got a good reputation, I do the right thing by people, I'm honest, transparent, and if you like that over a long enough time frame, you'll start to raise private finance. But Don't blag yourself and think that you don't need to do this, or that it's too hard, or you don't know how, all that. You absolutely have to learn how to do this. You have to, if you want to scale quickly, because your money's going to run out. You might only have enough for 1 or 2 deals a year. This way you could do 3 or 4 deals a year. So you're doubling the pace and the speed that you're doing things to scale your property business. But you have to get good at this, and a lot of this is sales techniques, a lot of this is being a nice person, being able to connect with people, talk to people on their level. Eye contact, body language, the way you shake the hand, how you say things. It's not so much what you say, it's how you say. A lot of this is salesy stuff, and building your relationship and your personal brand and getting yourself to networking events and growing that network will all help with this. But if you get good at raising finance, this will go so much quicker. So much quicker. Think about how many deals you've done last year, right? You might have done 1 or 2 deals. If you imagine doubling that this year, just by learning how to raise finance, or trebling that, quadrupling that. Someone paid me, on the mastermind that I run, I just said in the screenshot, literally last week, some guy, returning investor, he only had a brief conversation with us and said, Terry, can I reinvest? I said, yeah. What level are you thinking about? 100,000. He didn't even tell us he was sending the money, and I get an alert last week with £100,000 in the account on 8%. Right? Like, remember, that's a good deal for them. But what does that do for me? That's going straight into a flip project. Yeah? So to summarise on these points, I would be looking to do buy, refurbish, refinance, or flips on pretty much everything that you're doing. Right? Because these are the ways that you'll scale the quickest. Yeah? Buy, refurbish, refinance. If you put money into a deal, you're getting it straight back out, which is then going to go into the next deal instead of parking your money and leaving it. Yeah? Joint ventures, I'll be looking for flip projects in whatever location that you're buying in now, not tomorrow, not next week, now. Yeah? As soon as this call finishes, jump on Rightmove, get yourself active. Look for some flip projects, because if you find the good ones, you're going to then be able to approach an angel investor or a JV partner to either raise the money on a fixed rate of return or raise the money in a joint venture for a 50-50 flip. Yeah? Then with this capital, and this capital, it's going to go into your own buy, refurbish, refinances. Yeah, so you might make 20, 30, 40, 50 grand on one of these. You're going to put that money straight into your own property purchase, where you're buying it, you're doing it up, and you sell it, and you're refinancing it to go again. Then you keep finding flips, you keep trying to raise money, and you keep putting it back in there. And then before you know it, over a long enough time frame, you'll be exactly where you want to be. If it's rentals, if it's whatever it wants to be, this is the quickest way. This is exactly what I've done since 2017. I was buying 10 plus properties per year. Before that, I started buying in 2012 or whenever it was. But by the way, I started buying the slow way. I started buying, putting 25% deposit in and waiting until the mortgage was up in 2 years' time to then pull some money back out. Really, really slow. Saving the money for the next one from your businesses. It's too slow. If you want speed, you want to get to those goals as quickly as you possibly can, that's the way. And then you want to be using other people's money, OPM, other people's money, yeah, with these strategies on deals that stack, so you can make lumps of money, or you can raise lumps of money to do more deals. There is no special sauce, there is no secret. This is what you need to do, and it's not easy, but it's simple. You've got to do it over a long enough time frame and consistently. And one thing, by the way, right, that a lot of people get wrong is, I would always be viewing, ABV, right? What I mean by that is, even if you don't have the money, right? So even if all of your money is in deals right now, and you think, well, there's no point in me viewing because I can't buy anything, you should always be viewing, regardless if you've got the money or not, right? And the reason for that is, if you've got the money, great, you're going to find good deals that you're going to put your money to work and deploy the funds that you've got. If you don't have any money, or all your money's in deals, you still need to be viewing, because you need to be finding the joint ventures, you need to be finding the opportunities. It keeps you active, it builds your relationship with estate agents, and then once you find a good deal, if that deal is good enough, you just need to approach people with money. Because if the deal is good enough, I'm telling you now, you'll be able to fund it. And if absolutely worst case, you cannot get anybody to joint venture with you or lend you the money, you put it on social media and you sell the deal on for 3-4 grand. But that's the last thing that you do. Everyone's trying to be deal soul sound because they think they make loads of money. That's the last thing you want to do. Making 3-4 grand, yeah, is okay, but making 20-30 is much better. And if you get a joint venture partner, it might be your mum, dad, your auntie, your uncle, your brother, someone you work with. Everybody's got a phone, right? Everybody's got hundreds and hundreds of numbers in there. Everyone's got hundreds or thousands of followers on social media. If you find a deal that's good enough, you're just putting it in front of these people. Looking for a joint venture partner or an angel investor, and you're going to be able to scale quicker. Always be viewing, regardless if you've got the money. Yeah? It's a non-negotiable. I still do viewings. I've got a team of people that do all my viewings for us now in Newcastle, because I live beside Chester. I've got people doing it. I live out of area. I've got people doing viewings around here. I've got people doing viewings down there, and I'm still doing viewings. The more viewings you do, the more offers you make, the more deals you're going to come across. And if you get some belters, you get some top-notch properties, some top deals, loads of margin in, it's going to be easier to fund them, right? So one last thing just before I go. So we're up to, I think, about 500 people now in this group after a couple of weeks. So if you want me to do more of these sessions, if we get to 1,000, couple of thousand, I'll start doing them weekly, right? Weekly motivation, let's call it Motivational Mondays. I'll start doing them every Monday. So please just go to the, if you're enjoying this and I'm helping you, if you go to the top of the page where it's got invite, I think you can either invite suggested friends or you can, there's different buttons now because it's a closed group. So I'm not just going to let anybody in, I'm not going to let loads of mardos in. Only want good people. So if you go to the top, invite some of your friends. If we get over 1,000, I'll start to do them more regular. And then once we get a decent amount of people, I'll do them every Monday for free to boost your motivation, to keep you on track, make a little community. It's Motivational Mondays. So please go to the top if you've enjoyed this and invite your friends and family and others that you know in property. That'd be much appreciated. Thanks a lot. Actually, I'm happy to do any questions if you want. If anybody, let's see if we've got anything in the chat. Gary's put, alright, Gary just put stuff about bridging finance. Yeah, okay. No questions. If I've got no questions, I'm happy to jump off. Thank you very much for listening, guys, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks.